All right, guys, this is gonna be my first podcast. Um, I had an I had done one already. It was like 10 minutes long, but it bothered me because I kept saying, you know, you know. That was my thing. I guess it's just a nervous twitch. I wish I should have kept it so we could all laugh about it. Whoever's gonna listen to this, and if you do listen to this, thank you. But I was just so embarrassed about saying like every 10 times, and I also said like a bunch of times too. So I'm going to try my hardest to not do that, but I'm just nervous cuz this is kind of awkward. Not really, but I just got to catch my train of thought at the same time and not repeat the same word or two phrases every time. Maybe I can make money off that. I don't know. Have a t-shirt that says, like, I don't know. Well, I was thinking of what to talk about, and I had many things to talk about, but I didn't know what to choose. Duh. Excuse me, I almost burped. The thing I guess I'm gonna choose to talk about is about when I saw Joe Rogan. This is before I downloaded this Anchor app. This is right before, so it's fresh, and it's I almost said right there. So this is fresh, and I'm going to talk about Joe Rogan. And I don't even know why Joe Rogan came on to my things you may like or recommended on YouTube. But it was because I'm pretty sure I saw something about Joe Rogan, and it probably uh, was related to, something about Joe Rogan talking about DMT, because that's what he always talks about. And that just got kind of a running meme. Hey, have you ever tried DMT? With this basic bro science. And so I clicked on that video of him talking about DMT for like the millionth time. And I guess YouTube was like, "Oh, this guy's really into Joe Rogan." And I hate when YouTube does that. You click on one thing that's related to some subject, and then just YouTube just bombards you with a bunch of crap that's related to that subject. Like, I just wanted to know one thing, and that was it. That's all I wanted to know. And that's basically what happened with this Joe Rogan thing. Now, what this video that was recommended to me by YouTube today, a couple minutes ago, was Joe Rogan talking about how lean and ripped Wiz Khalifa is. So I was just click. I don't know why I clicked on it. I guess it was just why I was just interested. Why is he talking about this? So it was just Joe Rogan boasting about how Brazilian Jiu Jitsu got Wiz Khalifa in shape, and he's just jacked, shredded, and ripped. And then there was this guy right next to him in his video, smoking pot, chubby dude, black dude, just like, yeah, man, I'm gonna get into the gym too, and I'm gonna start doing that BJJ and kickboxing. And Joe Rogan's like, yeah, man, like that dude's ripped. It's crazy. Jeezy, like how he talks with his whispering voice. It's crazy, man. Hey, have you ever tried DMT? It's crazy. Have you ever done Brazilian Jiu Jitsu on DMT? It's crazy, man. It's absolutely insane. So going back to Joe Rogan talking about Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and giving all credit to Brazilian Jiu Jitsu for making Wiz Khalifa have this transformation in his body. He was saying, and there we go. I said, he was boasting about Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and saying that the sole reason why Wiz Khalifa is in shape is because of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and kickboxing. That's the reason why he has muscular definition. That is the stupidest thing ever. You're not going to get muscle from Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and kickboxing, okay? You might a little bit, but as far as looking like how people aspire to be like John Jones, I'm not familiar with the UFC game, but Conor McGregor, Brock Lesnar, whoever, they think these guys just roll on the floor or hit the bag and they're going to get muscular. No, that's not the case, man. They actually put the work in invest in lifting weights and doing all this other crazy stuff to get into that shape. It's not just rolling on the floor, but that's just an example of the type of people that go into these type of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu gyms. They just like, oh no, man, I don't need to lift weights, man. All I gotta do is roll on the floor and go to my gym and, get a couple locks in, get a couple reps in, and I'm good to go. And that's not the case. If you want to, there I go saying, if you want to get muscular definition, if you want to grow mass, you're going to have to lift weights. And that just really bugs me that people don't want to do that. They think that something else is going to get them that. It's like with girls and doing those stupid waist trainers. I think that's going to get them skinny. Like, no, it's not going to get you skinny. Okay? You're going to have to actually work out. But everyone wants to do the shortcuts and think this magical thing like Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is this magical thing that's going to get you in the best shape of your life. It's not. And I'm not talking crap about these guys. I'm pretty sure those guys can kick my ass. I hope they can kick my ass. Because if they can't kick my ass, they should get their money back. And I'm talking about this too in a sense that I am a little jealous of these instructors that are just raking in and just, swimming in all that money. Because these guys are charging hundreds of dollars per month, to teach these guys how to lock up and do what they do. I am a personal trainer myself. I run a boot camp. I charge $5 a class. You know how hard it is for me to get someone to pay me $5 for me to get them to lift a dumbbell or a kettlebell? Man, it's so hard. But then it goes again, and I know why it is, because Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is in your face, bro. It's going to get you a beast. It's going to make you get yoked. And it's just very flashy. But like I said, I'm a little jealous. And I'm not knocking Brazilian Jiu Jitsu or any kind of martial art entirely. I'm just saying, keep it real. There's bro science everywhere. There's bro science in martial arts. There's bro science in lifting weights. I just want people to be honest and just say, hey, you got to work out. You have to lift weights. You have to do etc. to get in good shape. It's not one thing. It's not a martial art. But that's what I'm ranting about. And being into fitness myself, I just hate the bro science and a lot of gym bros that are everywhere. And like I said, I don't want to offend anybody that does martial arts. I know you can kick my ass. I hope you can kick my ass to prove to yourself that you have an investment well paid, well made. But just stop with that, man. It's just, I don't know what's more gross. The affliction, clothing apparel, or what was the other one? It wasn't affliction. Ed Hardy. The Ed Hardy crap that UFC created or promoted, man. I don't know what's more annoying. The gym bros that talk about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or the people that wear that. Oh, man. And then there's like the cream of the crop, the gym bros who wear Ed Harding and affliction. Oh, man. Jeez. And I just wish people could be more modest, and the people that become successful in their own training and their own transformation is they stick to a program and they stay dedicated to it and remain modest and just make small incremental gains rather than just investing all in one thing and getting frustrated in 1 month, like, oh, I try to lift weights, but it just hurt too much, so blah blah blah, I'm gonna try Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because it works for me, man. It's like the camaraderie, there's a group, and it's just a really, really friendly environment. But I guess people really need to belong somewhere. They need a group to feel fulfilled. I don't. I'm a loner. I like to stay to myself. I like to lift weights on my own. I don't really like a partner because all you do, it kind of slows me down. I'm not saying I'm some badass, but I just really want to focus on this stuff and get it over with because it's very demanding. But I don't really like combative sports like Brazilian Jiu Jitsu or kickboxing or boxing. I don't feel comfortable doing that for myself because you're putting your hands, you're putting yourself into someone else's hands. And most of the time, there's egos in every gym, and definitely there's egos in those type of gyms, man. Those guys with the chip on their shoulders, parents didn't love them, girlfriend cheated on them, got bullied in school. They're gonna have all that and inflicted on you, okay? Those egos, and they're like, I hate you, dad. And you're like, wait, what are you doing, bro? You know, when you're sparring, they're like, hey, we're just sparring. And then you're like, I hate you. You cheat on me. And then just come at you and dislocate your arm and stuff like that. There's a high, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but there's a high risk that it does happen. I'm not going to put myself at that risk. I don't have good insurance. I have little to no insurance. So I'm not going to put myself in the hands of someone else. And that's basically I have for this rant today. Hopefully you could understand me. If you have a trouble understanding me because I have a slight Latino heat accent or Hispanic accent, I apologize and bear with me. Hopefully you can learn to understand me, or hopefully I can learn how to speak properly. It's just a little nervous twitch sometimes. I'm not ashamed of it. It's who I am. So all these people are like, oh, you're ashamed of being Hispanic. No, I'm just saying, letting people who are not Hispanic know that I do have a little accent to it. I'm not ashamed. All right. You guys have a nice day. Again, shout out to Reed for putting me on Anchor so I can make a fool of myself. Let's see where it goes.